What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lester Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. Here's my card predictions for WrestleMania 42. Now, this is I know there's way too early videos. This is a extremely way too early video for WrestleMania 42. We are not even close to WrestleMania 41, which is another reason why I have to say that it was a little idiotic, in my opinion, to announce WrestleMania 42. I know you're in New Orleans, but maybe you could have at least had another SmackDown or Raw later on in New Orleans where you say something with WrestleMania. I know you wanted the big pop with The Rock and everything. Understandable. But WrestleMania 42 is announced, and I am going to make some predictions for WrestleMania 42 because it's fun. Why not? It's fun. And I think that a lot of these are throwing a dart behind my back blindfolded and trying to hit something. I have 12 in here today, and I believe that not all of these will be on the card, and I only have 12 because there's only 12 matches I could think of, and we are leaving off tons and tons and tons of superstars that are obviously going to be on this card. So I think that I am definitely missing a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of changes since here. This is me just throwing out a video for fun, truthfully. But in New Orleans, let's get started with, first off, we got to talk about some matches that I actually got to pull up my list because I forgot they're not going to show up right away. I think this match is going to happen in the next year. It's just, does it happen at WrestleMania? This year. It can't happen this year anymore. Or it can't happen this year. Next year. And by this year, I mean 42. Is it going to happen SummerSlam? I don't know. I think those are the two possibilities. I have Randy versus Cody Rhodes. Now, I don't have a championship involved. And I think you don't need a championship involved for a kind of not year-long, but a long, and I mean long kind of, not rivalry, but kind of story you could build with this. Cody Rhodes looking up to Randy Orton so much. Randy Orton maybe backstab Cody Rhodes, making him lose the title so you get Cody Rhodes and Randy into a feud. Could have something like that. I just believe that Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is a match that has to happen here soon. Maybe Cody Rhodes is the one to retire Randy Orton. That would be crazy, but it's not going to be a retirement match right there. I just believe that maybe it's Cody Rhodes getting mad at Randy Orton for retiring John Cena. I don't know. I just have to say that this match has to happen, and I believe it's a WrestleMania match, but it doesn't need a championship. And we're going to jump around from championship to non-championship. I think the last part of the 12 matches are going to be a lot of the championships. So let's talk about one championship. What's going to happen with the world title picture in the heavyweight championship, I should say, world heavyweight championship for WWE? I think Jay's going to win it. I think there's going to be a Money in the Bank holder that's going to cash in on Jay. I also could see this person winning Royal Rumble instead of holding it. I think Braun Breaker is going to have a big year, and I have Braun Breaker going against either CM Punk or Seth Rollins. I kind of want to lean more on Seth Rollins and have CM Punk just in some other type of feud. But I got to be honest with you. I think more than likely it could be even like a champion Punk versus a Royal Rumble winner Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is going to win a title in 2026, a main title in 2026. I have him technically winning in 2025. I think he's a big possible holder for Money in the Bank, and I truly do believe that Money in the Bank could be Braun Breaker winning it now that Jey Uso's kind of going to be out of the equation. Braun Breaker wins Money in the Bank, and he wins the title. I don't think it's shocking to say that. I think that's a true possibility. Oh my gosh. I could also see, Bronson Reed being the one to win Money in the Bank. I could see Sami Zayn being the one to win Money in the Bank. Whatever it might be, I think Braun Breaker could be a big contender of it. And I think Braun Breaker having a championship going against CM Punk, Seth Rollins could make sense. It's a big matchup that I want to see. Up next is going to be a matchup that I think they could wait to get one more person involved. But for now, I have it where the four horsewomen kind of go into a triple threat minus Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné. I have to believe that, I don't know why I couldn't say that word. I have to believe that, the CEO is not coming because of a previous CEO. And I believe that Sasha Banks won't come back to WWE for a long, long time. And so I think they pulled the trigger on this match with the three of them. I think Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Bayley is a huge attraction to have for WrestleMania. Is it SummerSlam even? I don't know. I just have to believe that this should be in the cards for WrestleMania. And just as, again, another throwing out there kind of thing. Up next, I think a championship could be involved. I think one of the individuals could have a championship by then. But I have to say, this match could not just be on a random Raw. This match could maybe be in Bash in Berlin. This match has to, and I mean has to, be at least have some stakes in it. Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov should be a huge, huge match for 2026 if they don't do it in 2025. I think they should do it in 2025, but I don't know when. And I can't let this just be a throwaway match. This is going to be a star match, like a 5-star match by far. Now, originally I was going to do for the heavyweight championship, but I don't think Gunther's going to have it. I don't think he wins it back. I have it with Ilya Dragunov just having a grudge match against Gunther, and I think that's a fair match to have. Now, does that 100% happen? I don't know. I just have to believe that they're going to pull the trigger on this match probably in 2025, and maybe this is the end of a trilogy. But yeah, this is the match I have, and I think it's going to happen at least some point here soon. Up next. Oh, this match should happen at SummerSlam or WrestleMania 2. It has to happen 2025, 2026. That is Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. They could do a whole storyline with the bloodline that maybe says Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns for the bloodline and Tribal Chief, everything again. But Jacob Fatu wins. And I think that's where we're coming at. That's where we're going at, where we set Jacob Fatu up for the year and for the future of WWE as the new guy for the bloodline. I could see this happen, though. SummerSlam. And I don't want this to happen at a random just of PLE. Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns is a PLE that has to matter a lot, and it's WrestleMania for me. I think it's WrestleMania. Maybe it's Royal Rumble even, if they're trying to do 2 nights, 2026. We'll have to see. But I'm doing WrestleMania, and I believe that this match is a huge enough match to be WrestleMania worthy. Up next, this, I don't know if Rey Mysterio retires, but I have Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio retirement match, hair versus mask match. I just have to believe that a retirement of Rey Mysterio is coming and coming soon. And when it happens, it's got to be Dominic Mysterio to retire him. I'm sorry, it has to be. Just when does it happen? New Orleans WrestleMania. I feel like it has to matter, like a big WrestleMania. I don't know. It's hard to say when this would happen. Maybe SummerSlam in San Diego. I don't know. That wouldn't happen either. I'm just throwing out stuff, saying stuff. And I truthfully have to believe that Ray's end is coming soon as a wrestler. Just don't know when, truthfully. Up next, we have this is another one that it's hard to believe. Jey Uso has to be on this card. Duh. Who does he go against? That's WrestleMania worthy. Now, I didn't think Jey Uso and Gunther was WrestleMania worthy if we already saw it multiple times, but it is. I gotta be honest. I see somehow, some way in the end of 2025, maybe Sami Zayn turning heel and screwing over Jey Uso, maybe in a championship match, and we get Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn. Maybe Sami cashes in on Jey Uso, and Sami's the Money in the Bank holder, and Jey loses the title because of Sami Zayn, and then Jey Uso is gone for a while, and Jey Uso costs Sami Zayn, leading to a WrestleMania match. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff. I just feel like Jey Uso is going to have a big feud match going to WrestleMania, and I think Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn could be a big story to climax at WrestleMania. Up next, we have a lot of fantasy booking that I think has to hit perfectly for this to happen. Obviously, a lot of people think Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill is going to happen at this WrestleMania. I don't think so. I'm now thinking that it's going to be Naomi instead versus Bianca Belair. I don't think we see Bianca versus Jade until either SummerSlam or this WrestleMania. And I have it happening at this WrestleMania, but I'm not going to go to the next thing to show you because I have to explain this. I believe Bianca Belair will have a championship in 2026 entering WrestleMania. I don't know if she wins it off Rhea at SummerSlam. I don't know if she wins it off Rhea at WrestleMania. I don't know if she loses it and then gets it back. I believe Bianca Belair will have the championship, and that's why I have Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill for the World Heavyweight Champion, or World Champion, I guess, for just them. And Jade Cargill wins it, and I think this is the push of Jade Cargill officially in 2026 where she's a main title winner. Is this crazy fancy booking or what? Now, I don't know how well I believe in this theory. I don't know how much I truthfully will put stock in this theory. But it's a theory I'm still going to say, and I'm going to shout out loud proudly. So, Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. That's my prediction. Up next, going back to all the championships, which I think all of these next ones are all championships. They are. And I don't have some certain championships because I generally don't know what direction they could go. But I think for the women's side for the WWE Championship, I believe that Charlotte Flair will beat Tiffany Stratton. And then Tiffany Stratton will try her hardest and will be a big underdog, push as an underdog to go against Flair and win it again at some PLE or something. And then from there, I think Tiffany Stratton continues to hold on this championship till WrestleMania. Now, I think she wins the championship off Flair maybe SummerSlam, and she holds it till this WrestleMania. I have to say, though, I don't know who her opponent would be, but I believe this is a match that a lot of people would want to see, and that is Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley could win, Elimination Chamber, for example. Goes to Elimination Chamber, wins it, goes against Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Championship. I think that's a big enough draw that this is a huge match I think everyone would want to see. And I think it could be a way to give Rhea Ripley the WWE Championship over Tiffany Stratton. I just believe that Tiffy time is now, and this is a huge match that we've already kind of teased before. We've already kind of showed them kind of being friends. I believe in this match, and I believe this is the WrestleMania match for next year. I actually am strongly going to say I think Rhea Ripley's opponent's either Roxanne Perez, Jordynne Grace, or Tiffany Stratton. I don't really see Charlotte Flair coming again. I don't see a Bayley entirely. I kind of want to see that match, but I don't know. I think that's where I'm at right now. And I think that's a good case and a strong point to say. Now, speaking of Roxanne Perez, we're going to talk about the whole thing with her. I have her going against Io Sky with her having a mid-card title. You could guess which mid-card title because I don't really know. I think it could be a way where she wins the IC title because she's on Raw right now. Could be drafted to SmackDown, winning the SmackDown title like how they did Braun Breaker, putting him on SmackDown, then switching him up all the way onto Raw after continuous storylines that made no sense. I have it against Io Sky because I think she should go against somebody that is a high tier player for WWE. Now, Io Sky losing would really suck, but I originally was going to put Alexa Bliss. I don't think she would go after a title entirely. I had Nia Jax. Just imagine Roxanne Perez somehow hitting a Pop Rocks on Nia Jax and winning off that. Oh my God. I have all these different players and superstars and whatever. But I'm going to be honest. I think Io Sky's the pick here, but I just don't know who Roxanne Perez would go against for her championship, her mid-card championship. Up next, we're talking about another mid-card championship, and that could be the IC or US title. You could tell me, but I think Chad Gable will win a mid-card title in 2025. Now, I think it's his last chance too. Unless he's going to be the Dolph Ziggler of this new era. Now, you have him. You have both of them. You have him winning either US or IC. This person I have going against has to be on this card. It's a year long. They're in NXT. They're def going to be WWE ready. They're from New Orleans. I'm talking about Ricky Saints. And I believe Ricky Saints has to, and I mean truthfully, has to have a title chance by 2026. And I think having it in New Orleans against Chad Gable, beating Chad Gable, is the perfect way to go about it. I really do believe Ricky Saints is deserving of a title. And I think a mid-card title would be a great way to kind of put him on the map for WWE. And I think in New Orleans, you get a huge pop. Chad Gable, of course, could sell a great match as well. I think this would be a good way. Maybe Chad Gable wins in 2025, loses his title at WrestleMania. I really like this match, and I expect Ricky Starks to just be on this card. I just said Starks. Saints to be on this card. Maybe it's against Seth Rollins. Maybe it's against Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. I don't know. Just Jey Uso. I'm just throwing out ideas because I really do think that it's a big possibility. Even Ethan Page could be somebody having in the mid-card title and Ricky Saints goes against him. I don't know. Now, my final prediction is going to be for the WWE title. Now, stay with me as I fantasy book here. I believe that Cody Rhodes will lose his title in 2025 to either John Cena, Randy Orton, or Drew McIntyre. Now, I believe that John Cena will probably take it from him, keep it till whenever, and then he'll have a retirement match and someone will retire him. A lot of people want it to be Randy Orton. I think they're going to tease it to be Randy Orton. And I think Randy Orton's going to lose to John Cena. The person I have to retire him, or at least become this new corporate champion, because I think that's going to be a huge storyline with The Rock, is going to be Drew McIntyre. I have Drew McIntyre with the title. Now, who goes against Drew McIntyre? Maybe this is more recency bias, but I do believe that by 2026, they're a true threat to the WWE Championship. I have Drew McIntyre versus, and he could have been Roman Reigns now thinking about it just here, or even Jake Fatu, but versus winning either the Royal Rumble, because I think if Braun Breaker has a title, he's not going to win the Royal Rumble. Winning the Royal Rumble, LA Knight. And what a craziness they could do is have Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight for WrestleMania 42 with the championship on the line, with LA Knight probably winning. And you build this story around them on the mics, two great mic skills with both of them, can make amazing promos. You have the actual heat of both of them in real life, having a great feud. Maybe this is a trilogy and the end is LA Knight winning at WrestleMania. I don't know what it could be, but man oh man, would this be a star-studded match, and this would be the start of LA Knight being a huge top dog on the company. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.